Namaskaram. Shri Guru Bhyo. A warm welcome to all of you on behalf of Krishnamacharya Yoga Mandiram, day 12 of Dhanur Dhya sadhana in Margadi. Shri Krishna Vagishayati Shwarabhyam Samprapta Chakrankana Bhashya Saram Shri Nutnarangendra Yatau Samarpitasvam Shri Krishna Maryam Guruvarya Mide विरोधे कार्तिके मासे शततारा कृतोदयम् योगाचार्यं कृष्णमार्यं गुरुवर्यमहं भजे कृष्णसूरी दयापात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणं श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्देऽहं योगदेशिकं श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. We have a very beautiful, evocative Tiruvempavai on day 12. Let me just share my screen for you to see this. ஆர்த்த பிறவி துயர் கெட நாம் ஆர்த்தாடும் தீர்த்தன் நல் தில்லை சிற்றம்பலத்தே தீயாடும் கூத்தன் இவ்வானும் குவலயமும் எல்லோமும் காத்தும் படைத்தும் கரந்தும் விளையாடி வார்த்தையும் பேசி வளை சிலம்பு வார்கலைகள் ஆர்ப்ப அரவம் செய்ய அணிகுழல் மேல் வண்டார் பூத்திகழும் பொய்கை குடைந்துடையான் பொற்பாதம் ஏத்தி இருஞ்சுனை நீராடிலோர் என்பாராய். Here, specifically, this Tiruvempavai says, let us all come together as we bathe in the sacred waters of the river in preparation for worship. Let us celebrate that one who dances in Thillai, Nal Thillai Chitrambalatte Thiyadum, the effulgent fire that is the Nayaka, is the hero, you could say, of Thillai Sthanam, of Thillai Vanam, modern day Chidambaram. Let us celebrate that Kootan, the word used is Kootan, the dancer, the cosmic dancer, who is the one who is the creator, the sustainer, and the one who dissolves this universe into his very own body. Let us celebrate that Nataraja, dancing king who rules this entire universe. Join us in this celebration of Shiva. A very beautiful imagery, one of the most beautiful iconography forms to emerge from South India. Going into a little bit into the background to this form. A few days ago, I spoke to you about Adishesha, upon whom Mahavishnu is resting. Adishesha experiences Narayana's body to be very heavy. He's unable to bear this weight. He asks him, once Narayana emerges from his yoga nidra, he says, what was the cause for your body to become so heavy that I was not able to bear your weight? And Narayana says that in my mind, I was in the state of dhyanam. I was a witness. I was remembering the Ananta Tandava of Shiva as Nataraja. And Adishesha says, I wish to have a darshan of that magnificent form. If that form, if that dance has moved you so much, then may I be blessed to have a vision of that form. Narayana says, may you go down, go to the earth, do your tapas in the place known as Thillai Vanam, modern day Chidambaram, and with Shiva's anugraha, you will have that vision of the Ananta Tandava. And so Patanjali makes his way to Thillai Vanam, where he sees a Swayambhu Linga. He also happens to meet another great sage known as Vyagrapada, the tiger-footed one. There are many, again, there is a backstory to Vyagrapada. Why did he acquire the claw-footed feet of a tiger? Very beautiful stories, the story of Patanjali, the story of Vyagrapada, which will digress away from the focus of today's practice. But They meet together, both have a common goal, the darshan of Ananda Tandava of Nataraja Murti, and they worship, and Shiva appears to them, gives them the blessing, gives them his darshana, hears out their request and asks them to be present in Thillai, in Chidambaram, on a specific day. And where he says, I will dance, I will show you the Ananda Tandava. What you see represented in the panel, this is a part of the Gopuram, where you see Patanjali and Vyagrapada having the dance, having the sight, the vision of the Ananda Tandava. Now, Chidambaram is a very powerful sacred shrine for those who are Shiva Bhaktas. You could say it is the heart. In fact, Chidambaram is known as the Hridaya Sthanam. It is believed to be literally the center of cosmos, enshrined in this gold-plated Sanctum Sanctorum, the Garbhagraha. It's a magnificent murti of Nataraja, who was the Kula Devata, family deity of the Cholas, of the going several millennia back. The Cholas came to their might and power somewhere in the 9th century, but you have the early Cholas going even before. And Nataraja seems to have been revered, venerated as the Kula Devata, highly revered. And it was in the reign of the Cholas that the Garbhagraha of Chidambaram was constructed. The gold plating was done by Parantaka Chola. Subsequently, you have other kings, other dynasties also adding, you have the Pandyas, you have the Vijayanagara kings, creating a massive complex, one of the most beautiful shrines to visit in the southern part of India. It's also very well known that the sculptures of the Karanas from the Natya Shastra are created out of stone on the Gopuram entryways. Beautiful paintings, vegetable dye paintings, adorn the shrine of Shivagama Sundari, a shrine to be visited for multiple reasons, for its aesthetics, for the sheer scope of the shrine, the conception of the shrine, and the fact that it represents the heart of the cosmos from a spiritual angle. It is this shrine that is referred to by Manikavasaga Swami in this Pasuram, where he says, Kuttan Ivanum Kuvalayamum Yellomum Katum Padaithum Karandum Vilayadi. He dances as the cosmic dancer, simply creating, sustaining, and absorbing samhara, dissolving the universes, simply as an act of play, where Nal Tillai Chitrambalate Tiyadum, that is that effulgent fire of creation itself, that is represented by Nataraja in Chidambaram. And you see that the shrine itself represents the heart of the cosmos. In the central Garbhagraha dances Nataraja Murti, a very beautiful icon among the bronzes to come from South India, highly symbolic in its representation. You have Nataraja here. Nataraja, literally the Lord of the dance, the King of dance, the cosmic dancer. Abhaya Hasta, guaranteeing freedom from fear. The Varada Hasta, the downward pointing hand, the left hand points at the upward raised left foot, indicating surrender here. This is where you need to surrender your ego. And in sublimating yourself, you will be elevated to the greatest of heights. You see the other two hands holding the drum, representing the very creation of this cosmos, the Nadamayam Jagat, the resonance of the Damaru. Because the world comes into being through spanda, through the vibration that emanates from the Supreme Parabrahman. On the left hand, you have the flame representing samhara, the eventual destruction. The dance of Shiva is verily the dance of life. You have the Prabha Mandala, the Agni Mandala, the circular ring of fire. It represents the cosmos itself. It represents the vastness of the cosmic arena in which he reigns as the supreme dancer. It also represents effulgence, the nature of Brahman above uncontained in its magnificence, but represented as a ring of fire. You have the serpent adorning Shiva's waist, again representing typically where serpents are represented. You see this across all ancient cultures. Cyclicality of creation, sustenance, destruction. So you have other images in Mayan civilization, etc., where you have the Ouroboros, where the serpent catches its own tail. But essentially, they represent the loop of creation, sustenance, and destruction. What immediately comes to our attention is Shiva stamping on what seems to be a human form. And immediately one wonders, what cruelty is this? The figure there is the Apasmara Purusha. It represents the embodiment of our ego, because it is our ego that is our greatest detriment. While ego helps us to create an identity, it helps us to function. It's also our ego that surfaces, that comes in the way of our self, us understanding the truth that lies within. And so Shiva stamping, the left foot is placed firmly on the back of this Apasmara Purusha, representing the vanquishing of our ego. That can happen only when we surrender, when we sublimate our ego to the will of this cosmos. You see, I have shown you the reverse also. What a magnificently designed icon. What is very important is that the locks of hair that are outspread, representing both time, space, and also movement, because this is life. Life is simply an expansion and contraction of space. And as there is this expansion and contraction, changes occur over a period of time. Now, when you would try to stop for a moment and think about when the hair would fly, it can stop, it can fly that way only in a spin. Otherwise, our hair, Shiva's matted locks, would hang down. Why are they shown flying? Because he is in a spin. And this is a moment captured in time, representing the dance of life itself. Between creation and dissolution is the processes of life. Shiva is believed to perform 5 acts: Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, Tirodhana, and Anugraha. Srishti, creation; Sthiti, sustenance; Samhara, dissolution. Tirodhana is the veiling. It is verily the Maya that emanates from this Parabrahman that also veils us to our own nature. And the purpose of life is to unveil, to break ourselves free from that veil that obscures our clarity of thought. Anugraha, it is both Shiva who causes that veil to fall. It is also Shiva's Anugraha that helps us to discard that veil, to see the truth that lies within. And so you see time, you see space, you see causation, you see kriya, you see movement, you see the dance of life that is so beautifully represented within one single icon that has become popular worldwide. The finesse of the sculpture of who has designed this form is again something to be greatly admired. And this is the central deity enshrined in Tillai, Akashasthala, Hridayasthala, representing the inner Akasha, the outer space. Among the 5 Shiva sthalas, there is one sthala, one shrine ascribed to each of the 5 elements. So you have Kanchipuram, Ekamreshwarar, representing Prithvi Tattva, the principle of earth. You have in Tirvanikaval, you have the Jalalingam, made up of water, essentially representing the water tattva. Then in Tiruvannamalai, Shiva appears as fire. In Kalahasti, as wind. In Chidambaram, as Akasha, as the space. It is very beautiful here. We have to cross-reference. When we see the Taittiriya Upanishad, it says, Akasha Shariram Brahma. How do you know this Brahman, this unmanifest, abstract notion of a Brahman, Nirguna Parabrahman? The very space is its body. Within this vastness of space, all the other elements are encompassed. And Nataraja, as the cosmic dancer, is everywhere, representing that all-pervasiveness of space. What is very beautiful is the Chidambara Rahasya, the inner secret of this outer space that Chidambaram represents. The dance of Nataraja represents the dancer dancing in the cosmic arena, creating, sustaining, dissolving, simply at will. But this is the external dance. What about the dance within? And the space is all pervasive. We don't have to look for this tattva, the tattva of Nataraja, of Akasha, in any one place, in one form, in one location. It is not limited. As Akasha is all pervasive, as Akasha is everywhere, so also Nataraja is everywhere. And those who go to Chidambaram are also given the darshan of what is known as the Chidambara Rahasya, which simply represents space. The vastness of space, you see it here to the left of this icon. It is just space. We could say empty space. Space is never empty. Space is full. Space represents the totality of creation, which it encompasses. And therefore, to mark that space, there are golden bilva leaves that are hung there. Anyone who visits the shrine at specific times in the day, we can see they will move the curtain to show you a glimpse of this Chidambara Rahasya, simply identified by the golden bilva strands. What lies beyond is simply the vastness, the magnificence of space. And where is that space to be found? It is to be found in the heart, because this is the dwelling place of the Paramatman, of the Brahman. And this is the center of this microcosmos, as Chidambaram is the center of the macrocosmos. And it is this deity that is revered, it is celebrated in Tiruvenpavai 12 for today. This is another representation of Shiva Nataraja. What you see in Chidambaram is a massive bronze icon. And a shrine, as I said, of great power, great, and holds great potency for sadhana, unlike any other. Now, what is very interesting also in representing this, because we are looking at space that is symbolized in an icon. We are looking at time, space, causation within one iconic form of Nataraja, who is enshrined in Chidambaram. Vallalar, Ramalinga Adigalar, a great Siddha, a great yogi, who has written the Tiruvarutpa, just taken one verse, the very first verse, one verse of a very beautiful composition, which is part of the Tiruvarutpa. It's one of the 12 Tirumurais of Shaiva tradition. And it says, Arujjoti Devam Yenai Aandu Konda Devam, Ambalatte Aaduginra Ananda Devam, Porucharum Maraikkalellam Pootruginra Devam, Bodhanta Devam Uyar Nadanta Devam, Irutpaadu Neeki Oli Yenniyanan Yenniyavar Karulun Devam, Terutpaadal Uvandenneyum Sivamaakkum Devam, Chitchabayil Vilanguginra Devam Ade Devam. This is just the first verse of a very beautiful composition known as the Arujjoti Nilai. It's a Tamil composition. Vallalar had this vision of Nataraja, of Shiva, as an effulgent flame, and he calls it Arupperum Jyoti. It is that flame that bestows the greatest anugraha, that is just auspiciousness itself. And he says, Arujjoti Devam Yenai Aandu Konda Devam. That is the divine that embraced me, that brought me into its fold. What is that light? It is the light that dances in the Ambala. This is the golden Ambala, the golden dancing hall in Chidambaram. It is decked with gold. Bodhanta Devam Uyar Nadanta Devam. It is that which gives me the truth. It gives me the vision of the truth that is within Nadanta. It lies at the end of all sound, of all creation. It is the beginning. It is also the end. That is why the Nataraja icon is enshrined within a circle of flames. And where can you see this Jyoti? Chichibayil Vilangagendra Devamadedi. It is in Chidambaram, but that is the Lord that dances in the heart that sustains my life. Very beautiful composition, bringing the outer space within. We have to realize the truth of that outer, of the Brihat, magnificent universe here in the Anu, in the tiniest minuscule form that is the human body. And the outside space is the Hridayakasha, the space that is within. So this is going to be our focus for today. This concept of the cyclicality of life inside of us, how breath is a constant dynamic from birth to death, from first breath to last breath. How breath is the sutra, is the thread around which all creation, sustenance, and dissolution happens inside our body. And we will use this very beautiful imagery that Valalar gives us. He says that there is this effulgent flame. This is the vision that he has. It is a vision that is recreated in Vadalur, where he was known to have lived. He attained Jiva Samadhi there. And specifically on the day of Pusa Nakshatram in Thai Masa, after January 15th, before February 15th, they have a very big celebration where there are 7 screens that are placed, beyond which is radiant Jyoti, a light. And they have this festival, an Utsava, where one by one, the screens are removed. They are moved aside. And each of the screens are a specific color. And so you have first a black screen, a curtain representing the power of Maya. Then you have a blue screen that is moved, representing Kriya Shakti, our engagement with the world. You have a green screen representing Parashakti, the Tirodhana Parashakti, the Mula Prakriti that confounds. Then you have red representing the power of Icha Shakti, causing desire, because that desire is the cause of the universe. Then you have a gold screen representing Jnana, because all of these are the gunas that bind us. There is the darkness of tamas that obscures us from the truth within. Then there is the constant perpetuation of desire represented by rajas. Then our attachment to the pursuit of jnana represented by jnana shakti. Then you have the white screen representing adi shakti, mula prakriti itself. And you have a multi-color screen representing the atma, arut perin jyoti, which is beyond life itself. It represents the purest consciousness. When that screen is also removed is when you see the effulgence of the dancing Lord of Nataraja in the space of your heart. So we will keep this as our visual for the practice today. I'd like you to sit comfortably, back straight, eyes closed, chin down. Take a few deep breaths. Breathe in and out, slowly, deeply. Place your palms, please stand up. You could also do this seated, but it would be better to stand up. Place your palms folded together, the Anjali Mudra in front of you. The mantra we will use is Om Namah Shivaya. This is the famous Panchakshari. Like you have Om Namo Narayanaya as the Ashtakshari, You have Om Namah Shivaya, the Panchakshari, highly acclaimed in the tradition of Shiva Bhakti, because it is a very, very potent mantra. We will use this today, visualizing this concept of circles, life as a circle, creation, sustenance, destruction as a circle. So on your inhale, please raise your arms. I will chant for you. As you chant, bring your hands down in a wide circle, come back to the center. Then I'll give you the next instruction. Please do this, arms together. Inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. Please chant. Om Namah Shivaya. Again, inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Now please turn to your right side. Turn it 90 degrees to your right. Repeat the same. Inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. Chant. Om Namah Shivaya. Inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Turn again to your right, 90 degrees to your right. You're exactly opposite where you began. Inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Turn 90 degrees to your right. Repeat. Inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Now please sit down. Take a comfortable position. As you breathe in and out, I'd like you to visualize the cyclicality of creation, dissolution inside of you. Every day, every minute, there are cells that are born, the cells that are dissolving, that are dying. So much so that in a cyclical period, every cell in our body is constantly replaced. Nails grow, hair grows, we cut them, it falls off, again it grows. Food that is put in goes through a very long process of digestion, assimilation. It's not just what we eat and what we excrete. There's also the process of absorption over days. And so again, there is a process of creation, sustenance, elimination, and so on. And in through it all, there is something that maintains that balance, that maintains a harmony, making a very body an instrument that plays a beautiful melody when we are in a state of wellness. I will be chanting as you breathe in and out. I will keep lengthening the chant. I'd like you to simply visualize this as your breathe in, breathe out, as I keep lengthening the chant. But in your visual, the breath is a constant moving in and out. And along this constant, all the other functions of your body are aligning themselves. So just visualize this entire process of life happening beautifully, sustained inside you by the power of the breath, which is verily the gift of the cosmos. This is the dance of life that happens inside of us. Hold this visual as you breathe in and out. I will be chanting. Eyes closed first. Inhale. Namah Shivaya. Exhale. Shivaya Namaha. Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namaha. Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namaha. Namah Shivaya Shivaya. Exhale. Shivaya Namo Namaha. Namah Shivaya Shivaya. Shivaya Namo Namaha. Namah Shivaya Shivaya. Shivaya Namo Namaha. Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namaha. Exhale. Shivaya Namo Namah Shivaya. Inhale. Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namaha. Shivaya Namo Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namaha. Shivaya Namo Namah Shivaya. Deeper breath in. Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namo Namaha. Exhale. Shivaya Namo Namah Shivaya Shivaya. Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namo Namaha. Shivaya Namo Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namo Namaha Shivaya Namo Namah Shivaya Shivaya. Inhale. Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namo Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namo Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namaha. Inhale. Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namo Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namo Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namaha. Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namo Namah Shivaya. Shivaya Namo Namah Shivaya Shivaya Namaha. Just take a couple of breaths. Now, I'd like you to visualize Chidambaram in the space of your heart. The concept of Chidambaram, if you have been there, you can visualize the icon of Nataraja Murthy. If not, you can visualize the shrine itself. Just close your eyes for a minute. This is not the external dancing arena. This is the space that is within us in our own hearts. I will be sharing an image on my screen. All the artwork is sourced from the internet. I'd like you to visualize this image. Nataraja is verily the heart of Chidambaram. The Chidambara Rahasya represents the space in our heart within which the light of the Brahman resides. Hold this image in your mind. You can see it on my screen. Hold this image in your mind. Now visualize that there are these 7 screens, 7 curtains that hide this image. All of this is playing out in a little theater, in a small arena inside your heart. You can visualize Chidanambaram here, the dancing shrine, very beautifully appointed Garbhagriha here in the heart space. Nataraja dancing within as the one who holds the reins, controls us through the dance, cosmic dance inside. 7 curtains that are to be removed. One by one, as I mentioned the name of the color of that curtain, simply visualize it being drawn in. As you breathe in, I will chant. As you breathe out, please repeat the chant. Hold this image in your mind first before we move ahead. 7 screens in front of you, hiding you from this image. The first, deep black, representing the veiling, the confounding nature of tamas. As you breathe in and out, simply visualize it being moved away. Inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. Chant. Om Namah Shivaya. A deep blue curtain representing Kriya Shakti. Inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. Chant. Om Namah Shivaya. A green curtain representing Tirodhana, the veiling caused by Prakriti. Om Namah Shivaya. Chant. Om Namah Shivaya. Bright red curtain representing Ichha Shakti, the power of desire. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Now a golden curtain representing Jnana Shakti. Inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. White screen representing the dominance of Sattva, Adi Shakti, the highest power of the mind. Inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. Chant. Om Namah Shivaya. Lastly, a multicolored screen representing Chit Shakti, the power of the consciousness behind which is seated Maheshwara, Sadashiva, as that which lights up the inner chambers, the dancing space within. Om Namah Shivaya. Chant. Om Namah Shivaya. And now, in the space of the heart, envision Nataraja as a dancing flame, the very flame of life. As he dances, creation is possible. As he whirls around, he sustains our life. And as he completes his spin, life comes to an end, only to start again. Hold this visual of Nataraja as a tiny dancing flame in the Ambala, in this little shrine that you have created in the space of your heart. I will be chanting an excerpt from the Rudra Prashna. Where I stop, please chant Om Namah Shivaya 3 times. Om Namaste Astu Bhagavan Vishveshwaraya Mahadevaya Triambakaya Tripurantakaya Trikagnikalaya Kalagni Rudraya Neelakantaya Mrityunjayaya Sarveshwaraya Sadashivaya Shriman Mahadevaya Namaha. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. ॐ नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। Just take a few breaths in silence. Slowly let go of your visualization. करचरणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा You can slowly open your eyes when you're ready. I would like to thank Dr. Chitra Madhavan, renowned historian, for the very valuable and timely inputs on the icon of Nataraja and Chidambaram that she was very kind to provide me when I called her on the phone this morning. My thanks to her. Thank you all for joining me in this month-long sadhana series. Thank you. We meet again tomorrow. Namaskar.